What's up, Code Ponies? Today we're going to be doing TwoSum, a LeetCode easy challenge, and we're just going to go straight into it. Alright, like I said, we're going to hop straight into TwoSum. We're going to go over to JavaScript. And okay, so the problem is, given an array of integers, return indices of the two numbers such that they add up to a specific target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. Okay, so in my opinion, the optimal solution would be using some kind of map, because then you can have an index and a value. In this situation, we can kind of reverse the two. Normally in JavaScript, with an object, you can't have a number as the property value, the property name. So with the map object, you can actually have a number as the index value, one of the two mapped values. So you can map any two values to each other so that anytime you call the first value, you get the second value. So this is actually something I learned rather recently. So it's kind of like you have an integer of 1 and another integer of 1. And anytime you call this 1 here, you can get this one. Okay, so let's start this off by creating a new map. So let's say let map equal new map, capitalize it for an object. And then from here we can do a for loop for let I equal 0, I is less than nums.length, because we need to iterate as many times as there are numbers in the nums array. And then we have to keep adding to I after every iteration so we can keep the loop going. So now we can create another variable for j. And all j is going to do is hold the, actually let's name it complement to make it easy to understand. So let complement equal target minus nums I. So all that's doing is taking the current nums value at the index of I. So let's say we have an array of 1, 2, 3. That's going to give us in the first iteration the 1. So if I is 0, which is what it starts off at, we're going to get 1. And then if nums is 1, then we'll get 2, and so on and so forth. So then the idea of the complement is that we're receiving a target variable from LeetCode. So the target, let's say, is 10. So 10 minus, in this situation, 1, that would be 9. So we're looking for a 9. So this array would have no solution because there's no 9. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to do a little if statement. If map.has complement. So it's pretty simple logic there. If our map has a complement, that complement within it, it'll return a Boolean value. So a Boolean can be either true or false. And if it's true, then it'll enter this if statement, and it'll execute this return statement. And the return is going to be an array value of map.get complement. So that's going to return a number that will equal the index of the nums array. So we're going to have to feed that to the map object later on. So complement, and then we're going to also return I for the current index that we're iterating on right now. And if that doesn't work, then we're just going to add this nums value and its index to the map object. So if we get to this point, it's going to be map.set. And then we're going to set the complement. So if we get to this point, we're going to have to set the value in the map. So it's going to be map.set nums, oh my god, I, and then I. So what this does is every time we go through the if statement and it fails, it's going to instead just set the current nums value and the index to the map. So I'm going to illustrate this for you. So if it fails, we're going to add to the map like so. So let's say, for example, the first one is is 1 and 0, index of 0. Then next, if that one fails as well, we're going to set 2 and an index of 1. Then next is going to be 3 with index of 2, and then it's going to end, and then it's going to fail. So I'd like to get to kind of like an error handler here. If it doesn't work out, I just return -1. So this is kind of like an error handler. So let's run the code. Okay, let me log in real quick. Okay, let me run the code. Okay, accepted. And let's try submitting. All right. So it's pretty fast, but it uses quite a bit of memory. I'm guessing because I'm using the inbuilt map object. And I like it that way because it's just really readable. And I like the fact that we can use maps in JavaScript. Okay, so let's go over some complexity issues. Let's say for time complexity, we're going to, so we're going to iterate through the for loop as many times as we have nums values. So let me clear all this out real quick. So if we have 4 nums values, we will run the for loop 4 times. If we have 3, same thing. We run it 3 times. So that kind of sounds like it's in number of times to me, because as many, like whatever the nums.length is, that's what it's going to be. So our time complexity is going to be O of n. Then for space complexity, we'll have to figure that out by going through the program. So first we need some space for nums. So nums is going to be, let's say each variable is worth 4 bytes, so 4n. Target is worth, say, 4. Map is going to be, so map consists of a key value pair. So it's 2n times n. No. It's worth 2 times 4 times n. So each value pair is worth 8, and then you multiply it by n, which is 8n. So then we have our I, that's also, I is 4. What else do we have? We have complement, that's 4. And we the return value, which is another 4. So let's add this all up. That's 4n plus we have 4 individual variables. So that's another 4n. Then we add 8n. So that's going to, let's simplify that into 16n. So 16n is a linear function. So we can say that our O is of n. So it's linear. So it's linear in time and space complexity. So one last thing I want to ask you guys to do before hitting that submit button, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps my channel and it makes me feel really good. Thank you so much. Do you think you have a better solution to this challenge in JavaScript? If you do, just feel free to comment down below. And if you like videos like this, feel free to click on any of my other ones right over here. And if you want to see more videos like this, just give me a like, maybe subscribe. I really appreciate it. And till next time, Code Pony out. Peace.